Good morning, everyone. So in this class, we'll start the discussion on the next problem, that is hinge-jointed truss. We need to define the forces in the members given in the truss by referring to method of sections. I hope the screen is visible. Is the screen is visible? Please let me know, anyone. Is the screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So here, and the question is like determine the forces in the member of BC and GF. It is the GF now. I hope also please observe the cursor also, and the CG after that is one of the member that is asked to calculate the forces. So CG is here. So BC, CC and GF, these three members are asked to calculate by referring to method of sections. So here it is one of the reason to choose this method of section is because they have asked to calculate or they need only three member forces. But if you start solving this truss by referring to method of joint, you may have to start from any one of the end, and you will be calculating all the forces in the members, which is not asked in the question, right? Even if they haven't mentioned the using method of section, you may have to follow up the method of section itself, because you need to find out only three of the members in this total truss. If you start from joint as a joint method of joint, you need to find out a force in AB, AG. Later, you may have to move to other three members, right? It is not it is time consuming, and it is not worthy to calculate these forces on these members. So in this case, it is referred to solve by referring to method of section, right? So here, if you observe the truss height, it is given as 9 meters with a length of 12 meter. That is, three sections have been made with the 4 meter distances, 4 meter, 4 meter and 4 meter. So here it is a 6 kilonewton of load which is acting at a point A, and other 4 kilonewton which is acting at point B. So that means here, if you refer the diagram, the angles are not yet given. The angles are not given. That means the angle of inclination of the members to the horizontal or to the vertical, it is not given. So by referring to the trigonometrical functions, we need to find the angle between them. So it is so simple that we may have to recall the uh, that is Pythagoras theorem. Since if you refer Pythagoras theorem here, if you have that is an opposite side angle, distance is known and the adjacent distance is known, that means the angle would be referred over here. So by referring to these dimensions, we can able to calculate by referring to trigonometrical functions. So can anybody tell me which trigonometrical function can apply to calculate the angle of inclination for this member? Anyone, please let me know. Which trigonometrical function do you use to obtain the angle of inclination for the member of AE, we can say. So what is the angle of member angle over here for this member AE? See, don't sit and ask the class. You have to involve in the class, and then only you'll be knowing to the solutions. I repeat, you people, please don't sit and ask only. You have to be interact. You have to get interact. I hope this much is visible for you clearly. Yes,
Yes,
is
sir.
this visible? Okay.
Yes, sir. It is.
So, okay, please all of you try. So how do you able to find out the angle of, that is internal angle for the members by referring to these dimensions and trusses? Because uh, once I go to start solving the problem, then just you will be observing it. You won't involve in it. That is the reason I am asking you people to solve or calculate the angle of this member. So here it is given with a 4 meter and it is 12 meter distance, and we have a 9 meter length over here, and we have an inclination angle. So for this, what would be the angle of inclination over here? So how do you calculate that? And apart from this, we have many members to calculate the angles. So it is whatever I am asking is very basic thing. You people must know how to calculate these forces, these angles. Please let me know, or else I will start solving the same. If you don't know, don't hesitate whether it is correct or wrong. Let me know. No problem. Try to be interacted. Don't sit quiet. Right here it is 6 kilonewton of force load is acting. Here it is 4 kilonewton. So how do you calculate the angle of this one? Total length is 12 meter. Total length is 12 meter over here, and here it is total 9 meter. So which trigonometrical function do you apply to calculate this angle? It is so simple.
Sir, sine, sir.
Yes. See, if you
Sine,
use
sir.
sine, what is the function of this one?
Opposite by this one. Opposite by hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, correct. So here we don't have an hypotenuse side length. The hypotenuse side length, it is not given, right? So which one do you apply now? Yes. Others, what is sine theta over here? Opposite by hypotenuse. What is cos theta over here? Adjacent by hypotenuse. What is tan theta now? Sin theta by cos theta, right? So if you substitute, what is the value of tan theta now? O by h, O by a. All of you listening this one? Yes? Sit clear and don't sit quiet. I am asking you people again and again. Yes? Is that correct? Opposite by adjacent side for the tan theta?
Yes, sir.
Yes? So now by substituting the value of these, then how could you get opposite side is the angle of, that is the length of 12 by 9. So tan inverse of 12 by 9, that is 53.13. Am I right? 53.13 degrees, right? So say why I am asking is because whenever you start solving the problem, the angle of inclination must be well known to solve the problems. If you are weak in calculating this angle of inclination, then it is very sad thing that the problem will not be able to solve by yourself. So again, I would like to ask you that what is the angle of this one. So what is the angle of this one? And here in the question it is been given the dimensions of, it is 3 meter and it is 4 meter. Again it is 4 meter, it is 6 meter, right? And again it is 4 meter. So how do you calculate the angle of this one? So how do you calculate angle of this one? At least try yourself. All of you trying or sitting just? Yes. If you sit quiet, see, it is not the good thing. If you have to be involved in the solutions and the exercise. I am asking you how to solve, how to get this angle by referring to these dimensions. All, and then here it is, all formulas are written over here, right? So once the formulas are known, then we can able to calculate the angle of inclination. See, for example, if you want to resolve for, say it is A, and here it is, let me write the different color here. Here it is A, right? It is B, C and D, right? Here it is G. Yep. So if you want to ask to calculate for a member GC, so you need to resolve that member GC to horizontal as well as vertical. So to resolve that horizontal to vertical, you need an angle, right? So how do you calculate the angle for this? See, all dimensions are given, right? All dimensions are given and the formulas are written over here. At least you could try it. Because why I am asking you people is because it is a basic thing. We have already gone through it. Shall I tell it or are people doing? Yes. Yes. How many of you are here? See, everyone are listening, correct? If it is your condition, it is very horrible, dear friends. I am telling you, if it is your condition, it is very horrible. If you are unable to calculate the angle of inclination for the simple member by knowing everything, then I don't know how people are going to write the exams, because it is very basic thing. See, see here I am just solving this one. So I will just take this portion. I will just take this portion. What is that? What is it is given here like this? It is a 4 meter length. It is a 3 meter length, having an inclination over here, right? And again we have the member like this, right? So here it is asked to calculate the angle of inclination, this one. So for this, the angles, that is the distances are written, that is 4 meter, here it is 3 meter. So for the to get this angle, we don't know the distance of this one, right? So now we can, this is, however, we know this is a 90 degree because it is perpendicular to the horizontal line, that is DA. So now, however it is perpendicular or any other angle, now this is the angle that is adjacent to the this base. So this is the base line, right? So this is an 4 meter opposite side. So by referring to this, how we can write, so we can write tan theta equal to, so what is opposite by adjacent is there, right? So what is opposite now here? It is 4 meter. 4 meter divided by 3 meter, right? So tan inverse of 4 by 3, what will be the answer? Is equal to 53.13, right? Since it is 53.13, just observe the figure over here. This angle is nothing but 53.13. So now we need to calculate this one. So how do you calculate that? This angle, see, I will just take and section over here like this, and this is horizontal and this is vertical, right? So for this it is 90°. All of you agree with this? So in this 90°, if you have this angle as 53.13, then we can able to calculate this angle by referring to 90 minus 53.13. Are you getting? Are you getting? See, this is the angle of 90°. So in this, if you take horizontal axis to the point, and here if you take an angle for the 90°, it is calculated as 53.13. So in this 53.13, now we need to calculate this angle to the horizontal, that is 90 minus 53.13, right? And again, if it is an, so if you calculate this one, so how do you calculate this one? That is adjacent is 4 meter, right? And that means 3 by 4. So tan inverse of 3 by 4 will be 36.86. Here it is 36.86 is the angle of inclination. How it is done? See, the same tan theta is considered, but here opposite side is 3 meter, and because angle is adjacent to this 4 meter. So 4 meter is A and opposite side is 3 meter. If you take a tan inverse of the 3 by 4, then it will be 36.86. Since it is 36.86 and this angle is also a 36.86, sorry, this angle is also a 36.86, right? Now you can able to calculate the total angle for this. Is that clear what we have discussed? I am asking everyone, is that clear what we have discussed here? Please let me know, at least you don't understand. Let me know that I didn't understand. Then I could repeat it once again. Don't waste your time. Okay, anyhow, I hope it is clear for you people. Again, in the solving the problem, it will be carry out the angle of how it is angle is calculated. So whenever the problem is started, to solve the forces in the member, we need reactions. Since the reactions are calculated, summation of horizontal forces are taken to zero is because we don't have any forces which is moving horizontally or any other inclined forces that is there in the truss. So in this case, the VD as well as VE are taken to zero because there is no horizontal forces. And apart from that, if you look at the vertical forces, there is an since it is a pin jointed, here it will be getting an that is vertical load. Here in reaction, one horizontal force will be there for the pin jointed, but roller it will be only one. So for that, for pin jointed, it will be taken consideration at the this position. If you observe the cursor, right, and this HD which is moving downward, for that reason we have taken it as a minus HD, and 4 kilonewton which is again moving downward minus 4, and 6 is taken minus sign which is moving downward. So that means the total horizontal force at D is 6 plus 4 which is equal to 10. If you take to right hand side, it will be and positive minus 10 equal to here which is taken, it is as a 10 kilonewton. So now if you want to take the moment about point D, so which is D over here, it is D. If you want to take the moment about D, the whatever the forces which are acting to the uh, perpendicular to the point, that the forces that need to be considered. So again here if you see 4 meter distance to the 4 meter load, which is 4 kilonewton load, which is having the distance of 8 meter. So that is written 4 into 8, which is clockwise. That is why it is taken to positive. And then plus we have a 6 kilonewton of force which is acting 12 meter from the point D. So 6 into 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is 6 into 12. And now which is again it is clockwise direction, we have taken it as a plus plus 6 into 12. And now we have that is another force which is reaction of VE, right? This VE is however there will be a reaction, and this reaction if you consider for the moment, and that will be having a 9 meter distance of point D. So VE into 9 which we have considered. So by solving this, the VE can be calculated as 11.55. That means since there is no horizontal forces in the member, even though because of this vertical load we have a reaction at VE as 11.55 kilonewtons. VE as 11.55 kilonewtons, and if you substitute in a horizontal force, the VD will also be n minus 11.55 kilonewtons, right? So due to this vertical load, there is some horizontal force which is developed due to the load which are acting at end of the truss. So this is how we need to calculate the reactions. So once the reactions are known, the next procedure is to take the section at the particular load over here. So if you take the section for this, how it would be taken, that section should pass only through maximum of 3 members. And again in the question it is asked to calculate calculate the forces in the members of these three only, that is BC and GC and GF, right? It is the point G, GB, and that is BC, GC, and GF. These are three members they have asked to calculate in the question, and with reference to those forces, we have to take the section at this point, at this level. So if you take the section at this level, the forces can be easily determined in the members in which the section is passes, right? So again the calculation is done to calculate for the angle of inclination for this. That means the angle which is passing through here. Again it is shown clearly over here. See, whatever the section is taken, the section is only drawn for here. See, if you observe the question over here, that is 6 kilonewton, 4 kilonewton, with the distance of 4 meter and the vertical distance of 3 meter. We have these forces, right? So that is what here again it is drawn. So if you observe this diagram here, that is we have taken to right hand side of the section, because it is very simple. We will be having only these forces to consider in the horizontal as well as vertical forces as a horizontal. If you consider left hand side, it would be, and if you have to take the reactions, it is quite complicated as compared to this one. If you solve and both the left hand side and right hand side. So by referring to those, it is easy to calculate by right hand side taken the section. So horizontal members forces, total horizontal forces, if you consider in the considered section, referred section, FGC. I hope it is clear. See, FGC, here it is the force. FGC, it is considered for the horizontal force. So, however, the section angle is calculated. How it is calculated? Now, this is 4 meter having the length, and it is 3 meter length. So, if you consider an angle between these three, that is these two members, right? If you observe the cursor, if you consider the angle between these two members, we need to take the function of tan. So it is an adjacent side and it is an opposite side. So 3 by 4 we consider, and the tan inverse of 3 by 4 will be of given this angle. So if you get this angle and the horizontal axis if you consider, and remaining will be 90 minus theta. So if you, the theta what we have obtained is 53.13. So right, 53.13 if you calculate, and then remaining will be 90 minus that theta. Remaining angle is 36.86. So since it is 36.86, this FGC is resolved to horizontal because we are referring to horizontal forces. Again, this force, if you see, it is moving towards left and having the angle of inclination to the horizontal is 36.86. So that means we have to consider it as a cos theta, FGC cos theta with a negative sign. That is what written over here. And again, if you consider FGF, FG or FGF, if you consider, again the inclination angle will be of 36.86 is because the angle which is here, the same angle will be inclined because it is straight line having an inclination to the horizontal is 36.86, right? The same angle if you consider over here. So it is also n cos 36.86 if you resolve to horizontal. Again, it is moving to the left side since it is taken to minus sign. And apart from these two, we have another force which is BC, which is BC moving towards left. So that means what we are doing here is the section what we are considered, in that section whatever the forces are moving to as in a horizontal plane, those forces are to be considered, and all summation of all forces in the section, right? Since these two members are taken to and resolved to horizontal force, and we have returned to the sign convention, and again FBC we have, that is also moving towards left, which is again horizontal without any inclination since it is directly considered FBC. So this is all about the horizontal forces what we have considered. And apart from, we need to consider the movement, vertical forces also. So what is the vertical force now? Here there is a 6 kilonewton moving downward, that is minus 6, and again there is a minus 4 which is moving downward, minus 4. So FGC, again see here, FGC if you consider to the vertical, it would be written as FGC sine 36.86, the resolving the force to the vertical direction, right? Since it is an angle, you can write it to the sine 36.86, which is towards top and taken to positive sign. Again, if you refer to FGF, that can be written as a negative sign which is moving downward and having an angle of inclination is 36.86 to the horizontal, and that is written as sine of 36.86 to the vertical, right? So after this it is a minus 10. If you take to right hand side, it is plus 10, and the FCC and the FFG which is written as it is. Since here we are unable to calculate the unknown forces here, so in this case again we can refer another function, that is the equilibrium condition, that is moment. Since we have taken horizontal forces, vertical forces equal to 0, and if you are unable to calculate these two, you can also use another equations of equilibrium, that is moment. Because by referring to only these three, we can able to calculate the truss. So moment at G, if you consider, so what are the forces are acting over here at this point G? 6 into this 4-meter distance, that is anti-clockwise, sorry, that is clockwise, taken to positive side. And apart from that, we have a FBC, which is moving to the left side. If you take with the point G, it is 3-meter distance, perpendicular distance, FBC into 3, which is moving anti-clockwise, that is why we have taken negative sign over here. So FBC we can able to determine as 6 into 4 is 24, which is moving towards this. Again it is minus sign, it is taken to positive, both are positive now. So 24 by 3 will be 8 kilonewton of total force in the FBC. So that could be substituted over here. FBC can be substituted in the equation, then this equation can be written in this manner. So since minus FBC is here, it is, if you observe the cursor in the question number 1, so minus FBC is minus 8. If you equate into 0, then you can take to right hand side, it is plus 8. So that is the same case what we have written over here. So now after this, if you observe the what is the intention is to solve this is to find out the forces in the members of FGC and FGF. Now we have found out FBC. Only these two are unknown now, FGC and FGF, as it is mentioned in the question. So for this, what we can do, we can just refer the equation number 2 and equation number 3. So what are the equation number 2 and equation number 3 is obtained by referring to the section. It is obtained sign both the contents are having the sign coordinates. Again in the equation number 3, it is seen to be both the coordinates having the that is cos function for FGC and FFG. Here FGC is having sign and here it is FGCG. The RGC it is having cos. So since if you consider these two equations for adding or subtraction, we cannot do this because the angle, the coefficient are different. So you cannot do this. You see, if you consider in this equation, you cannot do this. Either it is an adding or subtracting. So in this case, what we can do is you can consider either of the equation 2 or 3. So here I will consider the equation number, that is cos 36 point, that is equation number 3 it is written. So cos 36.86 is nothing but 0.8. If you solve for cos 36.86, it is nothing but 0.8 minus FGC, it is written cos 36.86 is 0.8 minus FFG, again cos 36.86 is 0.8, and which is taken to equal 8. So here if you refer for FFG, so it is dividing to the whole equation. If you take FFG 0.8 towards right side, so 8 by 0.8 plus, so 0.8 divided by this is 0.8 is also multiplying for this function also. So FFG is taken as it is. So FFG, that is it is just a simplification of mathematics. So what we have done, so 8 by 0.8 is 10. So again it will be 1 FFG, it is FGC it is considered. So this function can be written as FG, which is equal to minus FGC minus 10. The same function we can return. So it is minus 10. If you take this as a positive, then these two will be a negative. And so now FFG equal to minus FGC minus 10. Now we have this function in terms of FGC that we could substitute in equation number 2. We can able to get the value of FGC. So FFG is taken, and that is substituting in the equation number 2 over here. See here FFG it is there and FGC is there. FFG can be substituted in terms of FGC, then we could able to calculate FGC. So that is what we have written here. So here sin that is cos 36.86, sorry, sin 36.86 will be 0.5999, that is taken to 0.6. So 0.6 FGC, and again it is 0.6 of F, that is FG. In terms of FFG, we can write minus FGC minus 10. Just we are substituting, and after solving this, we are able to calculate the value of FGC and FFG. So once we get FGC as a 3.33 by solving this equation, we can substitute this FGC in the equation. Then we could able to calculate FFG as 13.33. So it is now done to the whatever the question is asked to calculate the forces in the member FGC and FFG and FBC, right? So this is FBC, and these three members are asked to calculate the forces in the member, right? BC, GF, and CG. Those things have been solved by referring to the mathematical, that is equilibrium equations for the given truss. So it is all about the method of section, how we need to carry out for the members to calculate the forces which are acting in the member. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts regarding this, please let me know. Dear students, if you have any doubts regarding this discussion, please let me know. I hope it is clear for you people. If you have any doubts still, please let me know. Yes? If you sit quiet, it will be the last for you people only. Please discuss and be clear with the contents what we are discussing. Don't waste your time. So is that clear what we have discussed today? And I repeat you once again, please be confident and be perfect in calculating the angle of inclination of the members. And everyone please concentrate on this. Also be practiced for the solving of the forces which is inclined to resolve in vertical direction and to resolve in horizontal direction. That is the case, you must follow it, because that is the only thing we are again and again concentrating in resolving the forces for the members to analyze the forces in that, right? Okay, I hope with this note I would like to complete and conclude this class. Again, I am asking you, if you people having any doubts regarding the discussion, please let me know, else we can conclude this class. Tell me anyone. Ashna? Are you listening?
Yes.
Right, is that clear what we have discussed? No issues. If you have any doubts, please ask here. If you don't have any doubts, at least tell me that too. Sir, we don't have any doubts. We have we have got the content, and we can conclude the class. At least tell me that too. Aishwarya, Hiramani.
हाँ sir.
Yes, is that clear what we have discussed today?
हाँ yes sir.
Right. So please be aware of solving the angle of resolving the forces. That is the only case we have to be concentrated on. So Manjunath Kaligi. Manjunath Kaligi. Mallappa.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening the class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. What we have discussed, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
If you have doubts, please let me know, or else we can at least tell that if you don't understand anything, that means I could repeat it once again. See, if you are uncomfortable in talking in English, you can speak in Kannada. No problem. Okay, this is whatever we have discussed. I hope it is clear for you. And also, I will share the notes in your WhatsApp group. Please go through that and try to solve on your own by considering the given data. Later, if you got doubts, please let me know and have a discussion with me. I will clarify you whatever you have got the doubts. Okay. With this note, we will conclude this class. Again, in tomorrow's class, we'll start the influence line diagrams. That is another new concept that is there in your first module. We'll start that influence line diagram, and that will be there for your internal also for first IE. So with this note, I'll conclude this class. Thank you everyone for attending the class. Thank you.